So look, there's no one way of going your own way. You have to choose your own path, doing what he wants to do with his life. You know, not getting sucked into marriage, not going by the social norm, not answering to all these different pressures that are put on men in the modern society. You gotta choose a life that best suits you, that makes you the most productive, the most happiest you can ever be. Essentially, do you want to follow your own path and dreams in this world and not have other people try and sort of put their pressures and other things on you because that's what they want you to become? That's not the way to live. I mean, sure, our parents often give us great advice and everything, but quite often they want us to become a miniature versions of them. And look, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's good advice, but sometimes parents just want their kids to do what they don't agree on. And for some it can be, you know, getting married, having kids. Some guys don't want that. For some it can be following their parents' career path. That's a very similar kind of situation. So essentially you got to look out for your own best interest, or your own best interests. Because if you don't do that, there's a good saying, if you don't make up your own mind, somebody else will do it for you. And going your own way essentially makes you free to choose what you want to do with your own life, without any regrets, without feeling that you missed out on something. And this is especially important for younger guys who haven't sort of developed their own core beliefs and values, because they're still discovering the world. So, which brings me back to the topic of MGTOW again. There are people out there who consider themselves to be MGTOW, but they try and shame other guys. They try and make them feel guilty for choosing one path or another, and that's absolutely bullshit. You should never shame other guys, because we all have our own path. Okay, I mean, I've been hanging out with Ronan Man in Bangkok for the last couple of weeks, and he brought up some interesting points. Like, he's over 50 now, and for example, he wants to have a child now. Okay, that's majority of MGTOWs will say, oh no, you know, screw kids, I don't believe in that, that's not a MGTOW way. Bullshit. That's what he wants to do. That's his own path that he's decided to take, because he obviously wants to have a child, and that's something quite precious to him. Now, I'm not going to say that I agree with him 100% on it, because I'm a fair bit younger than Ronan Man, and I have other dreams and aspirations for myself at the moment. But look, who knows, when I'm in my early to mid 40s, I can't say, you know, that I'm not going to change my mind about having kids and, you know, having a family later on down the track. So it's just it's all for the taking, you know what I mean? Don't let anybody pressure you into doing things that you don't necessarily want. So if you want to have a family, or, you know, have kids later on, then that's your choice. Just, you know the situation when it comes to marriage, divorce, laws, child custody in the West. So make sure that you protect your own ass and don't become another statistics, which is the Western male. But you can do it a lot safer. You know, you can have kids overseas, you can never import your significant other into your own country, as a number of men are doing. The choice is up to you. Okay, so this is essentially what I wanted to say. Don't be feeling guilty because some MGTOW monks, and there's nothing wrong with being a MGTOW monk who doesn't believe in sex, doesn't want to have sex. There's nothing wrong with having sex with women and enjoying it, because let's face it, we're born with a penis and a couple of balls, because that's pretty much our calling in nature. You know, reproducing and having sex is just it's just a natural part of life. Now, it's not for everyone, so you really have to look at yourself, what you want to do in this situation. But at the same time, you know, don't tell other guys just because they're having sex as a, you know, terrible thing for a MGTOW, which is absolute bullshit. Do what you want to do. Don't give crap to other guys. You can, you know, tell them how you feel about it, and then it's up to them to accept it, what they want to do with their life. Obviously, if you are having sex as a MGTOW, obviously you need to practice safe sex and make sure not to get the girl pregnant just because you're having some fun. Also, don't move in with her just because she wants to, because once you move in together, that's pretty much it. You know, in some states, I think after 6 to 12 months of living together, you're almost considered, you know, married, which is de facto. That's like that in Australia. I don't know, some other countries might be different. And yeah, I mean, once you start living with a woman, it becomes a lot harder to succeed financially on your own accord, because your time will be limited. You will be most likely supporting her, paying for her things, making sure that she is looked after, and don't worry, she's going to make sure that you are looking after her, because most women, you know, they look out for number one, which is themselves. And that's just the safety mechanism, I guess. That's how people have evolved. But with those guidelines, that's the way, you know, go your own way. Don't give a shit what anyone else says. Don't try and sort of pressure other guys to do the same like what you're doing. You know, the best way to demonstrate your lifestyle is to show other guys how great your life is. And if they connect with you, and if they really can see that you are someone that they can aspire to and look up to, then hey, they will do it regardless.
Drop the bass, Kitty.
And if you want to protect your online privacy and help my channel out at the same time, visit drivenanddesired.com/NordVPN. If you sign up through that link, I will earn a small commission to keep this channel as well as my other projects like drivenanddesired.com going.
How do you feel when someone is looking over your shoulder? Not all snoopers can be seen. Cyber criminals can steal your sensitive information. Hackers can intercept your data on public Wi-Fi. But not with the NordVPN app. It helps protect your privacy by encrypting your online data, and it's so easy to use. NordVPN, your shield from online snoopers. Download and enjoy trusted internet security and privacy.
Take us out, kitty.
I got money in the bank. Shawty, what you think?